Hello, hi, my name's Shradagita and this is a live stream of a yoga class which will be starting in a few minutes. So if you're already tuning in, you might want to get your yoga mat, a cushion or a block or something like that if you've got them. If not, don't worry. But just start to move towards the yoga mat from whatever you're doing.
Oh, that's lovely. So there's Michelle, Caroline, Garbhavati and Steph.
Oh, hello Michelle, Caroline, Garbhavati and Steph. Maybe Garbhavati and Steph are in the garden. I know they've been doing the yoga from their garden.
Yeah,
certainly a lovely day. Yeah, they're in the garden, great. Well, I can definitely picture you in your garden with the magnolia tree and spring in abundance.
I've got 16 watching.
Wow, so hello, 16 of you already. You've slipped in the door very quickly. That's wonderful.
Should we turn it around and say hello?
Yeah, so we've got Anna and Danuta here. Say hello to them. The wonderful crew. Couldn't do it without them. I'm really pleased they're doing that bit.
You've got Caroline tuning in from Adhisthana.
Oh, hi Caroline, welcome.
And Vidyadhaka.
Vidyadhaka's back, great.
I know. He made a mess when Anna was teaching.
Well, it was because he was doing lunch. He enjoyed Anna's other class.
We've got somebody from Germany once again.
Wow, hello. Really great to see you all the way from Germany. That's fantastic.
And Beth says she's just come into her garden to join you.
Great. Wonderful, Beth. That's fantastic.
When it comes to the end, how do I stop it?
Just having some last minute little crew changes before Danuta slips off to do a bit of meditation. So Anna's in charge. Big responsibility. But if we have to, we'll phone a friend, Danuta. Bye, Danuta. Thanks for helping.
So you've got 26 watching.
26, wow.
John says hi.
Hi there, John. I'm imagining that's John Griffin.
Yes, it is.
Yes, hello. A very regular yogi
Aw.
at the 12 o'clock classes. So glad you're continuing with them online. I wonder how many of you are practicing outside. It's a really lovely day today, so I'm imagining, some of you will be outside in your gardens or on balconies. And if you are able to, I'd really recommend that. I just want to warn you though, we are going to be doing a few balances, so the ground might be a bit uneven. So just going to let you know that your balance might be, a little bit compromised out there on the uneven ground. But if you fall over, you'll be falling onto soft grass, hopefully. Anyway, you'll be fine. So, I'm just going to have a quick look. Oh, it's still got a minute to go by my clock, so I'll still let you join us. And obviously, if there are any latecomers, you're very welcome. We're used to people slipping in our classes.
Michelle says she's in her garden.
Michelle's in her garden. Oh, that's great. It's lovely to imagine you in the garden, Michelle. Okay, it's 12 o'clock. So, hello and welcome. My name's Shradagita and I'm one of the yoga team here, so at the Buddhist Centre. And it's really great to see you all, or to know that you're all there. I can't literally see you, but I am definitely imagining you in my mind's eye. And it's lovely to know that there are a lot of our regular yoga students tuning in, as well as people from Germany and further afield, Adhisthana, which is in Herefordshire. So that's fantastic. And the yoga team here, well, we've got Anna behind the camera, Danuta's been helping set up, and Garbhavati's in her garden doing the practice. So we're all thinking of you, we're missing you all, and really wishing you well. So we're going to start with a short centering, And we're going to do that lying down actually. So I'm going to just move my blocks. We're just going to come onto our backs and have your feet about hip width apart. If you'd like to, you might want to just let the knees drop together for a moment and just take a little pause. If you are in the garden, feeling the sun on your skin, or the breeze, or even the cool of the shade. And if you're inside, just feeling the air on your skin there. And feeling the back spreading out on your mat. And your breath. And just let the breath blow through like a gentle breeze, completely natural. Following the in-breath and the out-breath. And letting that following of the breath take you into a deeper connection with your body. So feeling the sensations of the breath and the shape of your body lying here. And making room for whatever your experience is. And just giving that a little bit of space. Breathing with it for a few breaths. And however you are is fine. It will move, it will change, particularly as we practice yoga. And then we're going to slowly open our eyes. And we're going to start with a few twists this morning, or sorry, this afternoon. It's this afternoon now. We're going to start with a few twists because probably for a lot of us, our upper back is, a lot of the time sort of in a particular position. We're probably typing away or watching screens. So we're going to start with some twists. So first of all, we're going to bring the knees towards the chest. Then we're going to roll onto our left side, keeping the left leg bent and then extending the top arm and the top leg. So the right arm, the right leg. Then we're going to come back to center, knees to chest, and move to the other side. So taking a really lovely, luxurious, long stretch of the body in this twist. Reaching with the fingertips, reaching with the toes, coming into your full height and a lovely side stretch. Oh, you might even yawn a little bit as you do this. Let's just do a few more of these. Stretching, stretching, stretching. And then one more. And then slowly come back to center and let the legs stretch out for a moment. And then we're just going to do something to stimulate all the fascia. That's all our connective tissue in the body. So you might want to just have your hands resting next to you. So press the heels down into the ground, and then we're just going to point and flex our feet. Our toes rather. And then what starts to happen is the whole body gets a little massage. So I can already feel my head, my back, my legs, my hips all getting a little bit of stimulation and massage. So just letting yourself rock, feel the ground under you, feel the body being stimulated, all the fascia, the connective tissue. And then slowly come to a stop and just feel the body feel the vibrant energy in your body, enjoying that sense of aliveness. And then we're going to take another twist. So this time, I'm going to get you to cross your arms. So let's have right arm over left. And keeping the hips and the legs stable. First of all, we're just going to lift the shoulder, right shoulder, as we move to the left. And then rock back the other way, keeping our hips stable for now. So we're just moving the shoulder and the upper back. So a nice movement for our back. A few of these. And then as we move into this, we can start to bring more of the body in. We can let the hips move as well. You can even let your head turn so that you're moving onto your side. And then back the other way. You might want to bring your feet a bit more together. I forgot to say that. And then coming back a few more times. Coming into this twist for the back. Last one on each side. And then coming back to center, hands on the belly for a moment, and again feeling the effect of that on the upper back. And then bringing the knees towards the chest. Going to roll over onto our right hand side and slowly come up from there. And we're going to come into some cat-cow, some all fours. So bringing the knees underneath the hips, spreading the fingers and having the wrists and hands roughly under your shoulders. And we're just going to do a few gentle cat-cows. So on the inhale, lifting the chest and the sitting bones, dropping the belly. As we exhale, rounding, pressing the hands into the ground, rounding the spine. And on the inhale again, lifting. Exhaling, rounding, lifting the side waist, drawing the navel towards the spine. Inhale, lift the chest. Lift the sitting bones. Exhale, rounding. A few more of these in your own rhythm. And as you do this, feeling that ripple of energy moving along the spine. Each bone moving, a bit like a pearl necklace. 45 of you all doing cat-cows, that's fantastic. All being engaged with the back body, feeling into the back body, that's fantastic, wonderful. Welcome to all of you who've joined us since the beginning. So just a few more of these. And then we're going to come into another twist. So we're going to reach the left arm up, keeping the right hand down, reaching up with the left arm. And then we're going to thread that arm under our right arm and then come back again into the twist. And then we're going to swoop that arm down again. So we're going to do this 3 times last time, reaching up. And then letting that arm slide through. I'm just going to move my blocks a bit. And letting the left shoulder and cheek come down to the ground. And feeling this twist in the torso and this openness through the shoulder. If you want to and you feel balanced, you can take your right arm onto the sacrum. 2 breaths here, breathing into the shoulder, softening the shoulder, creating more space there. And then bringing that right hand down, pressing up through that hand and bringing the left hand back again. And now we'll do the other side, so this time lifting the right arm up, swooping that arm underneath the left. 2 more of these. And on the third one, we're going to let the arm Slide through underneath the left arm and bring the right cheek and the right shoulder onto the ground if you can. If that's not possible, maybe take a block or a cushion if you've got one nearby and let that rest under the shoulder. And this shoulder might be a bit tighter than the other one. Sometimes we hold the tension more in one shoulder, so if it is this one, just softening, breathing. Imagine you're sending your breath into the shoulder area, creating a bit more space there. 2 more breaths. Stretching the fingertips to go deeper into the shoulder. And then bringing the left arm and hand back again. Bringing the right hand back again. And then tucking our toes, bringing the hips back, lifting the knees, and just coming into a downward dog. And just walk out your legs a little bit here. Bending the knees, maybe coming up onto our toes, stretching the hamstrings, moving the head and neck a little bit. And really pressing the hands, spreading the fingers. And feeling that connection between the hands and the shoulders. And the feet, the legs, the hips, and then the back lengthening. And then for a moment, just bringing the knees down, toes together. Let yourself just rest in child's pose. Feeling the body, particularly feeling the upper back and the shoulder area. And then slowly coming back onto all fours. And again, tucking our toes, coming back into another downward dog. And then we're going to come through knees, chest and chin, scooping through, coming into a cobra. Fantastic, you're doing really well, waving down. And then coming back into the downward dog. So let's do 3 of those. So knees, chest, chin, scoop through and up into a cobra, wave down, back up into the downward dog, maybe leaping a little bit forward if you need to. And then last one, knees, chest and chin, coming up, cobra, waving down, back into downward dog. And then we're going to come into a few standing poses and a little bit of balancing work as well. So we're going to lift the right leg up and back and then step forward with the right foot to the right hand, dropping the back leg and windmilling our arms up into Warrior Two. So a few breaths here. Keeping the torso nice and long, arms stretched out. And then coming to reverse warrior. So sliding the left arm down, right arm up. And then from here, we're going to hop into the Ardha Chandrasana, the Halfmoon Pose. I don't know about you, but I've been looking at the full moon and it's really beautiful at the moment. So I thought we'd do a moon pose today. Only a half one though. So sometimes it takes a little bit of maneuvering to go from this to a balance. So what we can do is just slightly hop in that back foot and then reach forward. Find the ground with our fingertips, straighten the front leg. And then if you're finding it hard to balance, keep looking down. This might be enough for you. Just find your balance, look down, breathe. And then if you've got your balance, you can turn the chest, turn the arm, turn the face, and find that half moon, that beautiful half moon, stretching the heel back, stretching the leg, and then lightly step back again into reverse warrior. So we're going to try that one more time. I don't know how you did with that. I've got a feeling you did really well, but practice is always good, isn't it? So we're going to do that one more time. So again, bend that front leg. Have this sense of lightness as you come forward. Keep the focus, but in a relaxed way. Let the right hand come down, lift the left leg, and first of all, look down, finding your balance. And then start to turn the chest. Turn the chest, lift the arm, stretch the leg back. Wonderful. And even if the leg's shaking a bit, that's all right. See if you can smile, release, relax the face, relax the jaw. And if you fall, try and be a little bit playful. If you can, step back lightly, come back into reverse warrior. Well done, fantastic. And then, going to windmill the arms forward, step back into the downward dog. And then we're going to come forward into a plank, lower ourselves down, scoop through, maybe coming into an up dog now, so just on the toes and the hands. And you might want to look over your shoulder one way and then the other way if you can. And then we're going to come back into downward dog, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So this time lifting the left leg and stepping forward. Right heel comes down, windmilling the arms up and coming into the warrior two. So just finding your warrior two first, finding your connection with the ground, particularly in that front foot, because you're going to be moving on to that in the balance. But for the warrior two as well, that back outer edge of the foot's really working. And then we're going to reverse the warrior, so lifting the front hand up, looking up towards that hand, turning the chest, and then lightly coming forward, little hop, finding your balance, looking down first of all, maybe straightening the leg if you feel you can, or if not, keep the knee bent for a bit. And then see if you can turn the chest. I'm turning towards the blue behind the Buddha, which is really beautiful. Lifting that foot, lifting the arm, breathing, and then lightly stepping back, landing softly and coming back into the reverse warrior. Well done. I know that you're doing really well with this. We're going to have another go just to practice. Oh, I forgot to bend that front knee a bit for the reverse warrior. Okay, and then second time. So again, a sense of lightness as we move into the pose, reaching forward, finding the ground, looking at the ground, and then turning that right hip, turning the leg, lifting the underside of the leg, and lifting the arm, turning the chest, stretching the foot back. Fantastic. And then lightly stepping back. 50 watching. Oh, wow, that was great. I hope they're doing it as well. Hope you're doing the yoga too, and then reverse warrior. Fantastic. So 50 of you. And then windmilling the arms down and step back into the downward dog. Wonderful. And then coming forward into a plank, lowering ourselves, scoop through and up dog, and then down dog. Let's do two more. So coming through, lowering ourselves down, skipping through and up dog and down dog. And last one, either knees, chest and chin as we were doing earlier, or rock into plank, hold the plank. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, lowering yourself down and coming up. Bit of a challenge there, just to keep you on your toes. And then back into downward dog. Oh, it's hard speaking and doing all these poses, especially balancing. Anyway, let's let the knees come down, toes together, and come back down into a child's pose. And take a few breaths. Maybe feeling the heat in the body. Again, if you're in the garden, feeling the air on your skin. And open the senses. What can you hear? And then just bringing the hands back towards you and just coming up to sit for a moment. And just take a moment to just open the ears. And what can you hear right now? Can you hear birds singing, traffic, sound in the house, sounds in the garden, sounds outside? Just tuning into what you can hear, what you can feel, and what you can see. And then we're going to come forward again, come back into the downward dog. And then we're going to step forward with the right foot and come into a crescent lunge. So we're going to keep that back heel lifted, lift the arms, and we're going to come into another balance from here. So we're going to come into Virabhadrasana 3 or Warrior 3. So you've really got the challenge of the balances today. So from here, we are going to lift the arms and then take another little hop forward, lifting our left leg back, lifting the arms back, finding our Virabhadrasana 3, and then again lightly step back into the crescent pose. Let's try that one more time. Lightly step back, as if you're a bird taking off. Oh, my bird lost its balance there. If your bird's lost its balance, that's fine. And then come back into the downward dog. Well done. And then step your left foot forward. Ooh, I've just got to move my microphone. And then bring the right heel in a little bit. Keep that heel lifted. And we're going to come into the crescent pose again. Crescent lunge. And then lifting up. And then slowly coming forward. Lifting the arms back. And coming into that balance. And then lightly stepping back again. Lifting the arms up. Bringing the hands down. And again, lightly stepping up. Finding your still point to gaze at. Stretching the leg back. Crown of the head forward. And then lightly stepping back. And coming back to bringing the hands next to the heart. And then hands on the ground. Step back. Walk out the legs, downward dog. Come back into a plank. Lower yourself down. And back into the downward dog. Few breaths here. And then once again, stepping that right foot forward into the lunge, lifting the arms And this time we're going to come into a twist. So if you find this next pose a bit difficult, you can bring the left knee down. If not, if you're okay, then bring the palms together, bring the left elbow on across the right knee and turn towards the right. It's a nice twist for the back. Pressing the palms together, drawing the back heel back. One more breath. And then slowly coming down, step back. And we'll do the other side. So step forward with the left foot this time. Back into the lunge. And again, either bringing the right knee back and doing like this, or palms together. Right elbow across the left knee. And finding some rotation. But first of all, lengthening the spine. So this sense of length, and then the twist, the rotation, so that you create space between the vertebrae. One more breath. Wonderful, well done. And then hands down, step back into the downward dog. Last plank, so coming forward, lowering down, scooping through and up. And then back into the downward dog. And then letting the knees drop down, forehead resting again in child's pose. And then walking the hands back, bringing the feet forward. We're going to come to lying on our backs. And we're going to bring our right leg into the air, left and right hands behind that right leg. And we're just going to point and flex a few times. And rotate the ankle a few times. And then bring that right ankle across the left knee. And then hands around the left thigh, drawing the left knee towards us, right knee away. Thigh pressing into the hands. So there's a few different actions going on in this pose. But we're trying to open the right hip. Breathing here, flexing the right foot. And then from there, we're going to come into a twist. So we're going to let the left foot come down and then let the left leg roll outwards, and the right sole of the foot is going to come to the left as well. So hopefully that foot's going to come down to the ground. You can press the right knee away a little bit with your left hand. And if you can, let your gaze look towards the right. Let the right shoulder stay on the ground. One more breath. And then slowly rolling back, releasing the right leg, keeping that knee bent and lifting the left. Hands behind the thigh for a bit of support, a few pointing and stretching, flexing and stretching the sole of the foot. A few rotations, the ankles going in both directions. And then left ankle across right knee, left knee is turning, moving away from the body, hands behind the right thigh, pressing into the hands, right knee draws towards us, and breathing into this stretch, flexing that left foot. trying to let the shoulders slide down the back, so you're not creating tension in your shoulders. One more breath, and then let the right foot come down to the ground. Going to roll towards the right, so the right leg is moving outwards and the left foot comes down to the ground. I'm just going to move my blocks, and you can use your right hand to push the left knee away a little bit. Let the left shoulder and arm come onto the ground, and your gaze can turn towards the left, if that's okay, on your neck. If it isn't, then just have a soft gaze upward to the sky or the ceiling, depending where you are. A few more breaths. And then slowly coming back up. And we're going to stretch out for Shavasana, so lengthening the legs out, either having the hands by the sides, or if you've got space, you might want to even stretch the arms over you, and you might want to widen the legs so you're more like a starfish. That can be a nice shape to be in the Shavasana. And again, feeling the body and feeling the breath in the body. And again, making space and room for your experience, whatever it is, at the end of the class. And also giving yourself a chance to rest now. So let both the body and the mind rest. But if you need an anchor, then just use the breath as your anchor, letting it ground you in awareness, ground you in the present moment. And then slowly starting to just bring a little bit of movement back into the fingers and the toes. So just making small movements with the fingers, the toes, stretching the hands, the feet. Maybe a little bit of rotation for the wrists and the ankles in both directions. And then it's really nice to stretch behind you as if you're waking up from a little siesta. Even yawning if you want to. And then you can bring the knees towards the chest, turn towards the left, letting the head just be cradled in the arm for a moment. And then we're going to come up from there and just sit together for a short time. And I'm going to read a poem by Rumi. So if you've got cushions or block, you might want them now. So just sitting and feeling the body, feeling the breath. And just for a few moments, letting yourself be breathed by the breath. You don't really need to do anything. The breath, the body knows what to do. So this poem is by Rumi. Today, like every other day, we wake up empty and frightened. Don't open the door to the study and begin reading. Take down a musical instrument. Let the beauty we love be what we do. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. Let the beauty we love be what we do. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. And then in your own time, slowly opening your eyes. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's great to see you all and to know that you're practicing in your gardens, on your balconies, in your houses, in your flats, in different countries all over the world. It really helps to feel those connections all across the world. It's like we're creating a network of people practicing yoga. Well, we are creating a network, not like we're creating, we are creating it. So that's fantastic. A lovely jeweled net of yogis. So yeah, let the beauty you love be what you do for the rest of your day, and take the benefits of the yoga practice into whatever you're doing next. So here at the centre we very much have a culture of generosity, and if you're able to, we'd really invite you to join in with that culture. And one of the ways that you can join in with that culture is to give. Dana, the word in Buddhism, is a beautiful word, and it does mean generosity. So we really operate on a kind of dana economy. So yeah, if you're able to give, if you're in a position to, then the best way is to give monthly, but a single donation is really welcome as well. So if you are able to, yeah, thanks, it would be great. And you can click on a link, I think, under this. So thank you very much. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.
We'll just leave it running for a little bit because people are saying goodbye.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Vijayadaka says he was quite shaky during Halfmoon.
Yeah, Halfmoon's quite a hard one to do, yeah. I think I got a bit shaky myself.
Lots of people saying they've been practicing in their garden.
Oh, great.
Somebody from Germany says most of his back pain is gone.
Oh, great. Wow, a miracle cure. May it remain so. That's great. Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.